You've probably heard me say, when in doubt, part it out. And this is a really good day to be an example for that kind of philosophy.
Thanks for 5,000 subscribers!
Hey Boots, can you say thanks for 5,000 subscribers?
Thanks for 5,000 subscribers.
All right, thanks Boots.
Thanks for 5,000 subscribers.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave, and as you can see here, I don't have my hat on, I don't have my sunglasses on, and this, if you've been watching the show for a while, if you've been subscribed for at least a little while, I said back a few videos, I think right after we got to 4,000, somebody said, hey, how come we never see you with your hat off? How come we never see you with your sunglasses off? And I said, first of all, I don't know why I do that. I know I wear a hat just because I like wearing a hat because I don't have to comb my hair all the time. But I don't know why I wear the sunglasses on my head all the time, whether I'm inside or outside, and I almost never wear them on my face. I think it's because I used to have to wear them when I played baseball growing up and all the way through college. I always wanted them there because you needed them a lot of times when you're out playing the game itself to help you. But I usually just kept them on my hat unless I needed them for that because it doesn't really bother me. Of course, I sat the bench most of the time in college anyway, so you didn't really need them. At any rate, that was a request from a viewer to say, hey, can we see you with your hat off? And I said, sure, what the heck. I said, if we're fortunate enough to hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll do at least a little bit of an episode without my hat and without my sunglasses. This is how my history students at school get to see me every day. So this is no shock to y'all, but it is a shock to some of you, unless you've been around a long time, because there were two episodes early on that I didn't have a hat on. So I just want to take this opportunity at 5,000 subscribers to tell y'all thank you so much. You know, when we jumped into this, I've been doing eBay a long time, so I'm pretty experienced selling junk down here in the eBay cave. But I wasn't an experienced YouTuber, and I was a little hesitant because I'm really not good with technology, with editing, with cameras, with any of that stuff, with computers in general. And I thought, you know what the heck, let's just do it. It'll be fun. If nothing else, I'll teach my kids how to do a little bit of this stuff while I'm learning myself. And it just kind of caught on. So we appreciate it. There's so many people out there who have helped us. I'm not going to sit here and list everybody because I will forget somebody. But we really do appreciate all the support out there. And I want to say one more thing. Everybody out there who's subscribed, you guys have been amazing to me and amazing to my family. All the comments, like 99.5% of the comments are positive and appropriate and amazing. That was my one hesitation in this, bringing my family into this. I didn't want to subject them to anything that they shouldn't be, and I've just been blown over with all the support. So thank y'all so much. We've had a blast doing this, and we hope to continue to do it into the future. And we want to thank you. And do me a favor, in the comments, if you would you tell us which episode was the first one you watched? I'm just curious to see which one was the first one to watch, if you remember, and maybe you don't. But if you do remember which one was the first one, or if you don't remember the first one, can you tell me what your favorite one is? And we hope you enjoy the show today. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. My name is Kevin and we are in the eBay cave, and I have my hat on and I have my glasses on. And so those of you who don't like seeing me without those on, you can at least feel comfortable today. I know I'd feel more comfortable with them on. At any rate, we had an interesting day. If you've been watching this show for a while, if you have subscribed a long time ago, then you'll know, you've probably heard me say, when in doubt, part it out. And this is a really good day to be an example for that kind of philosophy. Now, what I'm going to show you that's sold today is not for everybody. I'm not suggesting everybody do this. I would suggest you do this on a couple of scenarios. One is, if space is a real issue, you could do this kind of thing, because a lot of these sales today, I could put 6 sales in my hand like this. And so if space is an issue, it's something that you could do. If lifting heavy things is an issue, then this is something you can do. If you are not in a place where you can just source everything, then this is something you can do. If you are out in California, in Silicon Valley, and you have, $100 items laying around all over the place, rideshare reseller, then don't do this. Don't do this. You don't need to do it. It's not worth your time to do it. But sourcing, for me, really isn't an issue. But earlier on it was, because I didn't have the knowledge base to be able to pick these things. And so I just kind of got used to picking these things, and I got used to parting these things out. And now it's hard for me to stop doing it, which is fine. It'll just give you some interesting things to think about, and you have to decide for yourself, is this something I want to do, or is my time better spent looking for more high-ticket items, looking to sell some things with a little, maybe not better ROI, but definitely some things that are going to bring back a little bit more bang for your buck. As far as, spend 20 bucks and make 40 is much better than spending a quarter and making 10. I don't care what the ROI is. It just is better. We just live in an area that doesn't have a ton of money and doesn't have a whole lot of high-priced merchandise. So this is just what I've done. I've kind of evolved into this jack-of-all-trades kind of picker. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's sold. All right, so this is the first thing right here, and it didn't sell for much. It sold for $8.81, and I'll tell you what it is in just a minute. But $8.81 should be about a $4 profit on this thing, $4, which is not much. But considering I paid $3 for this whole thing, it's already $1 in the profit, and I have a bunch of parts left. So what is it? Those of you who've been watching the show know that I sell super shooters, and I usually sell 10 to 15 a year sometimes. Well, I had 2 super shooter returns this year, which is not good. I don't like that. Matter of fact, I can't remember ever having a super shooter return, and then I had 2 in about a 2-week stretch. So one of them, it looks like it's perfectly fine. I tested it out, no problem. The other one, it just feels like it doesn't have enough power going to the gun. And it was working. I tested it. I didn't actually make it make cookies, which is where this person said, hey, just didn't have enough force, to push that dough through. And I took it back and I paid for the return. And instead of chucking it, I decided, because I've done this before, I was going to piece it out. Matter of fact, I know that you can make more money by parting the thing out than you could by selling a nice working machine. I just would rather make 20 bucks off the machine instead of making 5 listings and shipping 5 different things. But this one, I took the little gun and I threw it away, and I said, I'm going to sell the rest. This is a little screw. It's called a barrel screw. Let's just say I've had to eat the return at this point, so I'm still going to make money. But let's just say I bought one of these, because I have like 4 sitting over here. For $3 is usually what I pay, sometimes less. And this guy would have made me $1 back, and there's like 6 parts. Now, a couple of the parts are long tail. So sometimes I wouldn't even list them. If you have 2 listed already, it's like, why put a third on there? It's not going to sell forever, because they're just not high turnover type items. But this is a high turnover item, and it's got, usually I put this out there for $8.81. This will sell for $9.99. I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to get rid of it because I knew I had another one I had to part out as well. But this is one of those things. I sell the book, I'll sell the barrel, I'll sell the caps, I'll sell the discs. There's all kinds of stuff you can sell. And you can end up making like $40 to $45 on like 6 listings. And that's not including the barrel, the gun itself. This particular gun wasn't working, but most of the time they are. This is a Happy Little Accident buy, and this is a Happy Little Accident sale. And if you've been keeping up with that, we have definitely been keeping up with it. Blue Ridge Mama wanted to point out to me today before I came down here. She said, did you look at what sold today? And I said, yeah, I looked at what sold. She said, did you notice something? I said, what? A lot of parts? Because that's what this show is going to be about. She said, yeah, but everything that's not a part, I listed and I sold it. I'm like, okay. And she's right. She listed this. So this is her sale. And there were 2 Happy Little Accident sales today. So we're going to put them together and show you where we're at on that yard sale. This one sold for $14.95 free shipping, and I have a nice little box for it, and it should work out just fine. This will be about $9 profit, because we're well into the profit on these. All right, these are ad-lib crossword cubes, and I picked this up for $0.25, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll sell it in the booth, who knows. You put these little blocks with letters and stuff in little tiny jars, and people buy them for $6, $7, and you're only into it for $0.25 or 50 cents. And you do that enough in those antique booths, you end up making a few $100s on it. So, at any rate, I decided to put this one on eBay. It went out for $8, so it's about a $3.75 to $4 profit, about close to $4 profit on these little replacement cubes for the ad-lib game. All right, some more creative memories here, and these are called Gold Dusk Scrapbook Refill Pages. There's 36 in all, so 12 a piece, unless you can't do math there. And this is and this is something that Blue Ridge Mama listed, and they sold for $30 free shipping, and they will stay under 16 ounces as well. So I got to find the right box to make sure they stay under. It feels like about 10 right now, so we'll see. All right, I missed. It's 13, so it's going to be a struggle to find something to get this to stay under. But either way, $30 free shipping. It's going to be pretty cheap to ship these out. So we'll calculate that out, and we'll let you look at how much we've made so far off the Happy Little Accident. All right, with those two sales right there of the two creative memory items, it's going to bring our total from $200 from the Happy Little Accident to $2,255 total so far. And we're not quite done. I just looked up there, and there are a few more creative memory items up there, and I know there's a few more ornaments as well, and a couple of motorcycle items, I believe. If you haven't been around too long, go back and look up Commonwealth Picker Happy Little Accident, and there's a couple of videos with that title, and you can go back and look at the oldest one and see what we bought there. We've been tracking it, and that has been well worth it. We're also tracking the hourly rate, kind of guesstimating, and we're probably coming in at around $90 an hour on all that work. So that's a really good yard sale, and I love that kind of thing. All right, another Blue Ridge Mama buy, and these were $1 a piece, she told me. And they were just clearanced out, and they're the Febreze plug-in recharge refills. And so $1 a piece, and they sold for $20. Looks like free shipping, so I'm not sure what they weigh, but they'll probably stay under 16 ounces. So we're probably going to make about $11 to $13 on these, depending on how much shipping costs us. And this was another Blue Ridge Mama buy. All right, members only jacket, and I think I paid $1 for this at a yard sale. I don't think I paid more than that. And it's nothing amazing, but it's in pretty good shape, and this one should be made in Hong Kong. Most of the ones with those marks are made in Hong Kong, and it is made in Hong Kong. And these are, you know, pretty classic. They used to go for $21, $22 plus shipping, and the market's down on them a little bit. The markets are up. Speaking of super shooters, the super shooter market from November to early January went way up. So that's something I need to look at next year. If you're a super shooter reseller out there, maybe wait until late December to sell it, because I saw a big jump. Like, I think I sold a couple for like $22.95, and now they look like they're going for like $40-50 sometimes. So, you know, it's also good to track when things are selling as well. This guy sold for $18 plus shipping. It's going to be about a $15 profit. All right, this is another Blue Ridge Mama buy. These were on clearance at Walmart a while back, and they were $4 a piece, and there are 4 of them. She bought 4, so we put them all together. I think we did. No, I take it back. Wow, that's a pretty good sale. I thought this was for 4, but it's actually for 2. So $4 a piece, so we're $8 into this. She sold it for $38.95 plus shipping. So that's a really nice profit. That's going to definitely pay for dinner one night for sure. You know, Pioneer Woman is pretty good. These are called Jadeite. Let me see the title. It says Timeless Beauty Set of 2 Jadeite Jade Mugs. Now, I don't spend too much time out and about looking for this type of item at yard sales. You wouldn't see too many of these out at yard sales anyways. But you know what? 10 years from now, you're going to see these at yard sales. People are going to start to, you know, that's usually about the cycle. Things last, some don't last that long. But for this type of item, you know, fads go in and out, and there were so many of these made. It wouldn't surprise me if I were buying this type of glass or this type of mug for the next 10 to 15 years, if I'm still doing this 15 years from now. Hey, I'm happy. This is going to be about a $27 profit. All right, these are travel backgammon pieces, and they're magnetic. And you get them, there's 15 magnetic pieces in the little magnetic backgammon game. And, you know, some people might think I'm nuts for doing this, and they're probably right, but because they take forever to sell. But different types will sell. I sell them 2 at a time, and I make like $2.20 every time I sell one, and there's 15. So you figure there's $31, $32 right there. After you pay for the game, 50 cents or whatever, you're making $31, and it's one listing. Yeah, you got to ship these things 15 times, but how long does that take? 2 minutes? And they take up 0 space. So as an hourly wage, you're looking at about, I don't know, probably $50 an hour to sell something like this. Now, you might have to wait. You know, I wouldn't buy 2 of these things because it's going to take me 3 years to sell off those 15. You know, maybe you can get different colors and different sizes and stuff like that. All right, here is another super shooter. Whoa. Here's another super shooter part, and this is where this is the barrel of the gun. Obviously, the little mechanism would go here, the gun itself, and then the screw would go through here. And this guy sold for $14.81 plus shipping, $14.81 plus shipping. So just with those 2 items, if you find a super shooter and you sell those 2 items, you're going to be already making a profit of about 15 bucks. About $15, maybe a little bit more, 16 or 17, depending on how you list it. Because I listed these pretty cheap because I knew I had another one and I wanted to get rid of this first load fairly quickly. So that's pretty good little profit on something like that. You know, you'd be pretty happy if you bought a video game for $1 and sold it for 15. So it's like buying 6 different video games for $3. And if you do those small type things and you like it, then maybe start thinking about parting things out. All right, I had a viewer ask me the other day, they said, hey, what's your favorite garage sale video that you did? And I thought, you know what, there's a lot of good ones from early on when we had no subscribers that I had a lot of fun at and that were kind of fun to watch. And so I just remember one in particular, and I thought I'd answer that question on here. There's a garage sale video that turned out to be a retiring pickers hoard sale, something like that, and you can type that in. And you go, or maybe if I can remember, I can link it. So if you haven't been around too long and you like those garage sale videos, go back and check that one out. That was one of my personal favorites. And if you don't mind below, telling me which one of the garage sale videos or which one of the videos in general was your favorite. All right, go check it out. See you next time.